Morning. This morning I'm going to go for a little bit of an explore. I thought I'd share with you how I do my planning, and then after that you can have a little look at the swim I do. I start on the website windy.com, put Hythe into the search box. Next thing I do is go to the slider at the bottom of the page, and I move that slider along until the time I'm thinking about going swimming, which here is at about 9 o'clock on Sunday. I'll take a look at my swim spots. So Calshot is one of the ones I use, and it looks like it will be cross onshore wind there, which might mean that it's a bit lumpy. It would be good for a dip and a bit of a mess about, but it would just be a bit annoying for training. Another place I like to go is Ealing. Okay, so that is offshore wind, so that would mean that it should be completely out the wind, so that will be totally flat and it should be a really nice swim. The only thing to be mindful there on a Sunday morning is that it is next to the little port of Ealing, so there might be some traffic down the channel, which I'll be quite close to. The other choice I've got here is the Lower Test, so this area here. And looking at that, I know there is tall reeds, so with the wind coming kind of south-southwest, blowing through the reeds, I think that this should be a pretty shaded and almost flat, almost no wind at all. So I think I'm going to go with this option. So the next thing I need to check, Navionics web app, looking at Calshot and then Ealing, they're all on green areas, apart from this white streak, which is a deep water channel. So the green areas, even coming up to where I'm thinking about going, which is completely green, mean that they dry out at low water. So when there's a low water of 0 meters, then, for example, the part with this one and then a small one with a line underneath it, that bit will be dried out and will be 1.1 meters above the water. So effectively you've got a sandbank or a mud bank there. So the fact that the area I'm thinking of swimming in is completely green would mean I need to go when there's a lot of water. So for me, high water is going to be the best time. That will mean there's not a lot of movement, but there is a lot of water. So let's take a look next at easytide.com. Go to the free prediction, look on the map, Redbridge. I want the 7-day prediction. This is really quite difficult to read, this graphic, so I'm going to reduce it down to 1 day's worth of information at a time. So at 9 o'clock would be bang on high water. Underneath here it says high water is at 8:25 until 11:03, and there'll only be a 20 centimetre drop between that time. So effectively, from a tidal point of view, there'll be not much movement at all. So that's a really good time to go, lots of water. Next up, I'll have a little look on Google Maps, and I'll just scope the area out I'm thinking of swimming, just to check there's nothing I'm not expecting in there. So just taking a little tour up the river. There's a couple of drying areas there, or shallow areas, because I can see the bottom, so might be a bit of walking, or I might surprise myself and touch the floor there. So I think I'm going to go through this area. I'm hoping to find some wildlife actually. So let's have a little look. And I think I'll probably go about as far as this footbridge. Okay, well that looks pretty clear and I'm happy to go. All right, I'm hoping to see a bit of wildlife. There are allegedly some otters in the area. Let's hope I spot some. Ooh. Something gets in here. I wonder if it's an otter. Oh, it's hard going against the flow today. So stealthy. The cyclist didn't spot me in his stealth wear. Oh yeah. Okay.
I thought it was a duck. Is it cold?
It would be without a wetsuit. Guess I should head back then. What a great swim. That was lovely conditions there, and just as I thought, the wind was a little bit of a factor at the start, but not as I got further in. The thing that was a bigger factor than I expected was that there was quite a bit of flow, and I'd forgotten just how much effort swimming in a wetsuit is I was in the water for about an hour and a half, and I think the temperature was around about 5 degrees or something like that. I hope you've enjoyed this week's video of how I plan where I'm going to swim and the factors that influence that and the kind of swimming that I do. If you enjoyed the video, please click subscribe, give us a like, drop me a comment. I'd love to know what people would like to see in future videos, and I'll see you again next time. Bye! Just walked into a massive fence post and crap myself. Not very stealthy.